if you take one without a Scotsman inside of it and you just hold it, it's quite heavy because you have these, you have 6-yard kilts, 7-yard kilts and so on. So all that material, it's quite heavy. And then you would wear it with a sporran, and that is the bag that they have, because of course you don't have any pockets. So long before now, when they were out walking, they might have a couple of handfuls of oats, for instance, so that they could make some porridge when they were out and about, or some dried meat, or anything that they needed to actually bring along, some smaller quantities, but still bring along. They had no pockets, so they had the sporran, it's called S-P-O-R-R-A-N, sporran. And then you have a big heavy belt as well, with a nice belt buckle. The wealthier you were, the more silver or more ornate the belt buckle would be. And the same would go, you would normally hunt yourself and have something that would distinguish your sporran from everyone else's if you could. So there are a lot of different types of sporrans, this little bag that they would have in front of the kilt. Then you have normally knee-high socks, and a lot of young men that I know, they will have a granny or someone that would knit socks for them, and they are the best ones, they always say, but of course you can buy them. So it's knee-high socks, woolen socks. And if you have proper kilt shoes, you actually bind quite far up your leg with the shoelaces. You go quite far up the leg with the shoelaces. And they are black normally in colour, but you can dress up or dress down a kilt. So if you just want to go to soccer or rugby, or for a night out with the boys, then you would just wear the kilt with some heavier boots, and then you would wear a t-shirt or a sweater or something with that. But if you're going to the Queen for dinner, or if you're going to a wedding or more of a special occasion, then you would have a Bonnie Prince Charlie jacket, and it's normally a black jacket with silver buttons, and then you would have a nice white shirt and a bow tie. So that would be sort of dressing up the kilt. And then sometimes you would have, when we made the more modern kilt that Ian wears, then we had a big piece of cloth left over, of course, and sometimes you see that in tartan across one of the shoulders on a male. If it's a really big occasion, he would use that. Again, we would call that a plaid over his one shoulder. So I find a lot of young people today really enjoy wearing the kilt, but I do think when you wear a kilt, you have to feel comfortable in it. It's very important. It's people that are a bit shy or think it's a bit embarrassing, you can see that on their stands, and then it doesn't somehow fit or look quite good. So you need to just go in there with confidence, gentlemen. When you go into the shop, you see that it's a bit right length, which means you stand on the floor and on your knees, and it just should touch the floor, no more. Then you have the exact right length of the kilt. We are always flattered when you do that. Some people ask you, do you get offended if someone chooses like a family tartan or something like that? But we don't. It's absolutely fine, and we see it as a bit of a compliment if you choose the colours that are the family colours, the clan colours. You wouldn't see a MacDonald buy a Campbell tartan, for instance, or the other way around, I would guess. But so here the clans wouldn't necessarily buy each other's tartans, but we could do the Millennium tartan. That's a specific tartan. There's even a Diana tartan. There is,